Um, waliokuwa Kenya na wenye wako kila mahali, Wakenya walio ng'ambo na wakiwa Kenya, habari zenu. Good evening, Kenyans living in Kenya, Kenyans outside in diaspora. Good afternoon, good morning. My name is Mark Oma. A Kenyan, born raised, now living in US. For the last, many years, I have been talking about technology and how you can be able to use technology to leverage what we have to be more competitive, to be able to use technology to enhance our livelihood. And today I want to present you a very important part of the story that is in our mind every day, AI. So nataka kwanza kueleza what is AI, and if you feel you're threatened, your job is at risk, or your future is at risk, then you need to be here. Call your friends, call your family members, get a seat, kaa chini na mnisikize. I'll be talking to you in the next maybe 45 minutes. I'm going to give you good news on what you need to do about AI. You know, about 2 weeks ago, I learned that the president of of Kenya, Dr. William Ruto, who already has a PhD, who already holding the highest office in land, I think as much as I'm concerned, we'll say has reached self-actualization, did not stop at that level. He's going back to school. So the question is, why would a PhD holder, who is the president of the Republic of Kenya, go back to school? What is he trying to achieve? What does he want? Because if you talk about technology, then he has the network, he has the power to employ anyone who can be able to help him understand and use technology. But just like him, ukiwa Kenya, ukiwa Nairobi, ukiwa Mombasa, ukiwa Saudi Arabia, ukiwa America, mali niko, ukiwa Rwanda, ukiwa wapi, then you hear of AI and you feel like, you see yangu, or maybe it's not my cup of coffee. Maybe, you're comfortable saying my job is not at risk. Then I have news for you. The best you can do to yourself and anyone around you is to get involved. You cannot sit back and hope that things will be the same for you. They will never. And so today, I want to bring one important news that I think will help you, and that is do something. Do something. AI is real. And so let me go back a little bit and discuss what AI is. AI is artificial intelligence. So in my class, when I went to college, my first college, I had a good teacher who told us about AI. And at that time, AI was more of robotics than it is now. Times have changed. In the last 3 or so years, AI has been a talk of the day. People talk about AI almost in our daily lives. And so it is important that you also be part of that conversation. So AI, in simple terms, is making machine, computers, or any gadget to have some intelligence that can be compared to human intelligence. Of course, our intelligence as human It's intelligence that was natural, that was given to us by God. But we can make computer to do some of the things that otherwise would only be left for human beings. They can be able to, or we can be able to use them to automate some of the activities. For example, if you are cleaning the house, they can now use AI to be able to support in cleaning the house. Now, that's what makes the big difference. And so AI is a simple terms, making machine be able to do jobs that are otherwise being done by human being, but they can be able to be more efficient, and mark that word, more efficient, accurate, and faster. Now, that makes you sit back and look at yourself and start wondering whether your job is at risk. If it took you 5 hours to do a task that others would take AI 1 hour or less, then why would an organization have you when that job is too risky? For example, you have to stay in a high temperature place or some cold place, and it takes you longer time to do it. You can make errors as human, probably because you're fatigued, because of mental issues, because of so many things, which otherwise machine will not make. And that's why when we talk about AI taking over, those are the risks. But I also need you to understand that in as much as AI is coming after some particular jobs, those jobs are not going to be taken by AI as much. It is someone going to do it on your behalf. Now, restructuring definitely will happen. AI is transforming every industry. As late as yesterday, I watched news and I thought that I needed to do this. Amazon laid off 14,000 employees. That is about 4% of the workforce, and that reflects global shift of the company embracing AI and the automation to just boost efficiency. Across the tech, it's not just Amazon. More than 90,000 jobs have been impacted in this year 2025 alone, with major firms like Microsoft restructuring thanks to AI. While automation is saying the traditional way or roles, it's also creating powerful opportunities. And to who? To those who can reskill, to those who want to upskill, and to those who can leverage AI to drive innovation and growth. The future belongs to professionals or people who adopt and work with AI, not against it. I need to repeat that and emphasize on that. Now, you don't need to run away from AI. You need to face it. Don't work against it. Work with it. How do you work with it? If you are trained in a particular field long before the AI, or before AI was embraced as it is now, and then so you are doing you're using a traditional way, conventional way of doing things, and you feel that because of AI, the traditional way cannot work anymore, then what you're going to do, think of reskilling, think of upskilling, think of using latest technology to be more competitive, to be able to be more efficient in what we're doing. So please, if you know somebody has a question, I think we can be able to answer those questions. But I want to let you know that just like President Ruto did, if you're watching me today, if you know someone who will benefit from this, please let them know that you need to take action today. Nobody knows the future. AI is just changing the world like never before. I think in my lifetime, I've never seen something that's transforming lives as AI is threatening. It's threatening, it's scary, because nobody knows to what extent AI will affect our daily lives, how we work, how we walk, how we do things, how we talk, how we dress, how we interact, how we collaborate with each other. Now the best you want to do is to be part of it so that you can understand. Now, allow me to introduce to you SafeNet. So, to stay ahead, SafeNet invites you and your friends to join a 5-month intensive bootcamp training in AI and data analytics. This is to help you to be competitive in this evolving job market. And it's a 5-month program that will take you as somebody who's never been to any tech class. First, just to introduce what AI to you, giving you the main concept of AI, making you understand what AI is. And then talk about what data analytics is. Because right now, we all know that the main building block of AI is based on the data that a company has. And so those are the main things that that are going to be used to be able to build on. I don't want to use those heavy terms because I don't want to scare anyone who wants to get into this. So understanding data and data analytics is very important, as much as we are going to talk about AI. So we're going to need to introduce AI, talk about data analytics concepts, and then go ahead to talk about data management and analysis. In this case, we're going to use a tool, such as Excel, SQL, or SQL, and statistics to be able to understand data management and analysis. The third one is data visualization. And in this case, you're going to train on Power BI and Tableau as tools for visualization. Then we're going to talk about introduction of fundamentals of Python and machine learning. You will need to understand what machine learning is. Those are main words that are being used, and people sometimes really not sure what they mean. So understanding it and also getting the fundamental concept of Python will be another thing. And then will be AI tools and the application in businesses. Understanding how AI is being used in business is very important. Every organization, every business right now, focusing on how they can be able to leverage AI tools to stay ahead of the competitors, to be more productive, to be able to beat their opponents. I think right now, every decision that are made, or every decision that is made in organization, are based on the facts. They're not just based on something. We've seen wonderful companies, and so in my class, whenever I'm teaching, I always tell people about Kodak, which was well known, in terms of taking, using cameras and taking films and all that. And so talk about Netflix and the companies that were there before Netflix. Talk about those companies that have grown. And I'm telling you 100%, any company that is doing well right now, they base their decisions on facts, on data that they have that can be able to predict the future. Now, let me get into this. So when you talk about data, for an organization, it's not just that we use it for making decisions. Of course, the final part of any analysis will end up into making decisions. But again, which type of decisions do you make? I like to talk about organization X, for example. So the organization X has two products, product A and product B. And now, and probably C. So A, B, and C as are the products that organization X has. Organization X is doing well, making profit. Everyone is happy. But the question is, do they just want to sit comfortably, hoping that they will still do the same in the next 10 years? No. As an organization, you have to be very careful to avoid any risk that may occur. So organization X decided to do analysis on those products. Upon doing analysis, they realized that product A doing well, making profit. Product B doesn't make profit or loss, but product C is making a loss. And so organization X has a decision to make. One, either to drop C, which is making losses, and remain with A, which is making profit, and B, which is not making losses on profit. But that can also be risky, because maybe A is making profit because B is driving traffic. And so for organization X to be competitive and beat their opponents, as much as they're making profit, probably they're the leader, they need to be able to see, is there any problem that they can avoid by analyzing the data that they have and making a decision that will support them. And that comes with a very key important role that AI is bringing that wasn't even there. So according to the World Economic Organization, in the next, I think, 2-3 years, about 80,000 jobs will be lost, but 95,000 will be created. So as much as talk about the ones that are lost, there also be. So in doing analysis, in doing all this like organization X, there are many jobs that will be going to be created. The truth be told, not everyone will be able to qualify for this. Those are new roles that needs reskilling, that needs upskilling. And so the best you want to do is to enroll for a program like the one that I've mentioned, that talks about from when you're learning AI, data analytics, to visualization, to data management tools, to Python and machine learning fundamentals, to AI tools and how you can be able to apply the AI tools. And those are people that organizations are looking for at this time. So going back to organization X, and so the organization may make, instead of just dropping product C, they may want to analyze product C once again to see why is it making losses, and not just drop it, because it could be that it's making losses because it doesn't have much resources compared to product A and B. But at the end of the day, it's the one driving the traffic. I wish I had an example of a product that can be able to drive traffic to a store. So the people who come to buy some things, but they're driven by a specific product. Upon getting there, they end up buying more products or another product which they didn't have. But that product, it's because it doesn't have a lot of overhead, doesn't have a lot of expenses. That's why it's making profit. But the traffic is driven by the product which has a lot of expenses. In this case, product C. So analyzing, understanding why is it made, and then you can make a decision that instead of just dropping it, we may want to increase the resources. We may want to support it so that it can be able to, move forward from making losses to making profit or something like that. And so data is a very big thing to any organization today. I want to give you an example. WhatsApp, almost everyone uses WhatsApp. I think we talk about 3 billion people using WhatsApp every day. Why? WhatsApp, was meant to make profit. I think it was volunteering that people would pay $1 to use it, but it wasn't even implemented as much because it was, people just volunteered to pay. WhatsApp has never made money, but the owners, the two co-founders of WhatsApp, sold WhatsApp to Facebook, otherwise called Meta, as the parent company, and it was sold for a lot of money. That is 19 billion plus, without making any profit, simply because they had the data that Facebook needed. And so, if you're a young man, young girl, who is just about to finish high school, and wondering, where do I start? I have good news for you. Anything that will involve data, anything that will involve AI is a good starting point. And my advice to any young person watching now is that education is good. Good. Go to school, get your bachelor degree, but make yourself different. If everyone has a bachelor degree today and they're all looking for jobs, what will make you different from any person? So focus. I want you, if you're getting your degree, before you get to the 4th year, master some skill that will help you after you finish, just in case you're not able to get a formal job. I know a number of people, young people, who are doing great things, building, great innovations, and education is there, just for education. I borrow example from great people who've been here, like Bill Gates, who didn't have to have a degree to be able to build what he built, Microsoft. Mark Zuckerberg did not have to finish his degree to be able to build what he built, Facebook, and so many of them. So we don't have to get a degree to be able to build something. What I need you to think of as a young person, things have changed, and internet has been available for you. You don't have to travel. You don't have to know anyone. You don't have to, to be in class to be able to build something. So go to school. Make sure you learn so fast, learn as much as you can be, but focus on building a skill. And if you ask me today, any skill that deals with AI and data analytics would be one of the best skills to learn. So you can start from here. You can start from joining a 7-minute class. And so for more information, you can always check us out. Go to www.7net.net. Then you can be able to get information. Otherwise, we have our phone number, +1 425 766 4431. You send us a text on WhatsApp, then you can be able to reach out and support you. If you are a young man who just finished high school and wondering what next, if you are a parent and you have a child back home and wondering where do you direct him, this is the time. He can start from here. He can continue getting his bachelor degree if that's what he wants to do, but he can start building on something that can be able to help him get a job, or helping build something if he doesn't get a job. We're doing this thing even for younger ones. So we do a lot of coding, training for young people, so they don't have to wait till they're 18 to be able to start building something. I expect them to start building something by the age they're 12 years. We have young people building great things, or robotics. They're in robotics class. They're doing coding and they're learning how to be able to use Python and any other languages, including building website, app development. And so it's time to embrace this technology. It's time that you don't run away. If you are 50 years and you're wondering, oh yeah, I trained low meter, I have a lot of experience. I don't need it. Then you need it. The news for you is that you need it, because if you're going to shop, sometimes things have changed. That some things you don't buy them in a traditional way. You have to go to online, probably get them online, and how you ask things, how you talk, how you dress, how you live, how you eat, whatever things have changed. It's just like yesterday I was just watching about some news about Amazon laying off people. I read there's other news that came. So this lady was selling, it's a small business selling popcorns, and she said that AI has helped her to do business. And I was like, selling popcorns and AI, how do they come together? So if popcorns could be supported by AI to make money, which profession would you tell me that does not need AI? The answer is every profession. If you're doing marketing is never a traditional way anymore. There are many algorithms that support marketing. If you're doing finance is no longer the same. If you are doing whichever field, everything. I watched a lady talk about how AI help her to navigate in illegal, process, where others should have paid a lot of money to an attorney to be able to do that. And so they are able to use AI to be able to support them in just knowing what they need, which action they need to take. And that's exactly what things that we're doing. We're building a lot of stuff that's good for everyone. So right now we talk about even things that we build, like AI powered platform called Navismart AI, which is supporting people with the API information, helping them fill out the forms. And so you don't have to wait, get started. I want you to start this program. It's a 5-month program, so that you start 2027 with a lot of resolution towards building something that will help you change your life, and you will be thankful for what you've done. I want to repeat again, connect with us. We are available. The 7 is SENETT. We are available in all the social media platform, Facebook, LinkedIn. You're going to find us. Get more information. www.7net.net, or reach us on WhatsApp +1 425 +1 425 766 4431. Send us a message. We can be able to reach out and you can get more details. The program starts on 12th November. So we talk about 2 weeks away from now. We are going to start the program, and everyone is invited. Young one from the age of 18 who are starting their new career, to older one who have PhDs and their 60s, 70s, and they still want to do analysis. They still want to use AI. They still want to understand what AI is and how much AI is going to affect them or is affecting them. So everyone is invited, and we're looking forward to having you very soon. And if you have any question, please channel them to this live coverage. We're going to answer them, some of them. And again, also, reach out to us through our social media, as well as the phone number, the WhatsApp number, and we can be able to build this together. I want to encourage you, the words of the great men that have come before us, that good things don't come easy. We have to go for them. And this time right now, it's time for you to go for it. Start a new year with a good dream. I want to be, I want to be a testimony to many people, just like many people who have been here. So we've had, and a good number of people who have been able to secure their lives, get new jobs using through our training. We train you, make sure that we support you, and not just training. If you're based in the US, then we're going to have you join our career service class, where you're going to be, working with the team to support you in, searching, looking for a job, working on your resume, making sure that you meet the standard for American employers, and then you can be able to secure a job with this. If you're in Kenya, and then we don't really provide that in Kenya or in another place, but this training is available for you. Who is in Africa, who is in Rwanda? We've had people from different places, Dubai and all that, joining our class. The classes are conducted virtually, so you don't have to worry about attending any physical class. So what you need is internet as well as a laptop. That's good enough. For more information, reach out on our social as well as WhatsApp number. I want to repeat that one more time. +1 425 766 4431. See you next time. And it was nice, having this conversation with you. I promise it's going to be 30 minutes. It's 30 minutes. That marks the end. Please connect again next time. Thank you and bye.